What a wonderful place. John 14. Hello. I'm supposed to be done soon, aren't I? We started already. You see, I don't know sometimes why you came, but I know why I came. I came to drink and eat of Him. I came to live in His place of His presence. I came to know His love. I came to walk in it and give it away. That's why I came. Or not walk in it. Lay in it, whatever. But give it away. Okay. This word is from John 14. It's about fruitfulness and multiplication and the heart of God. Church, do not let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God. Trust also in me. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, I would not have told you. I'm going to prepare a place for you. Wow. Well, I used to try to be a bit profound or something, but I don't have any of that anymore. Well, not even a little. I'm very simple. I'm so simple that it's scary. I'm so simple that you might be frightened by me. Because you think, what if I, and then I'm like that. I used to have a little grape and a tangerine. 17 years of ministry. I had my grape, bless God. And I had my little tangerine, bless God. But I was just so thirsty and so hungry, I couldn't stand it. I just thought, Jesus, I want to bring you more than a grape. Lord, I want to bring you more than a tangerine. Because you're so lovely and holy, and there's a world that's lost and dying and crying and broken. And God, I want to bring you more than this. Ooh. And what happened is, I got so ravished by His love. I got so close to Him. I got so close to His huge heart. I started to understand who I was, who I wasn't, and who He is. Wow. Maybe that is profound. After all. Actually, it is. Wow. What happened? Lots of stuff happened, but I don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to give you a really short version. I had a few wonderful people pray for me here. I'm like a sponge. I'm like this sponge. I just want more because I keep seeing the nations and the dying and the hungry. And I say, God, if you want a jar of clay, you can have me. If you would like someone to possess, whoa, I'm here. So, whoosh, I realize that I may look silly to you. However, I like the fruit. And I like, wow. I am so undone, you see. But He meets me. And, wow, it's the most glorious place I've ever been. Shabbat. Okie dokie. What happened was I went to heaven. That's a great place to go. You ought to go there. I don't know why people are so worried about dying. If you've seen His face, you would not be worried, not even a little bit. Perfect love casts out all fear. And when His love gets a hold of you, you're not afraid of anything. You're not afraid of anything. Whoa! So I went to heaven. And wow, that's a nice thing to do. I went there, and there was the Father, and He gave me keys. And it actually happened here in Toronto. So sometimes I have to say the T place, because it's almost scary to say Toronto, because people go, the T place. It was the T place, Toronto, where you are. I was there upstairs, and I went to heaven, and the Father gave me keys, and wow, He showed me all these rooms. And it was the most amazing thing, because I didn't really understand. I loved the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost with all my heart. I just love Him. I love Him. I hope you can tell I love Him. He's more lovely to me than life. So when people shoot at me or have machine guns go off, I get thrown in jail, all of that never bothers me anymore. You know, because I'm so in love that I can't get afraid. Do you understand? That kind of love. And I just believe God's looking for radical lovers here. Radical lovers that will turn the world upside down and carry His glory to the ends of the earth. And so, I don't know why you've come, but I came, to be ravished by Him again. I don't care what it looks like. I only want Him. So when He showed me all these keys, you see, some of you are going, oh please, get a grip. Whoosh. Would she get on with the message? I can hear it. See, I hear pretty well. Whoa! Anyway, I'm getting on with the message. Whoa! And you should listen, because it's a good message. Whoa! I got to see the rooms in heaven, and they were amazing. And there was everything there. The first room was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. I walk in there with the Father. He tells me, you open the door. He gave me the keys. He said He prepared these rooms, and I didn't know what that meant till I went to heaven and I saw Him. And I went in, whoosh, and there was all these body parts. There was every kind. There was ears and eyes and noses. There was intestines. There were legs. There were feet. There were all these body parts. He said, oh, you can go in there any time. I said, I can? He says, yeah, I'll tell you when to go in there. You go in there and we'll get a leg and we'll put it on and they'll be fine. He goes, you just listen to me, and we go in together. We'll just go in and we'll get some eyes. And I said, that is so cool. I thought that was such a cool thing. This room full of body part. So I just started going in there. I listened to the Father. Whoa, whoa. I didn't just run in. I listened to the Father. I was just walking around. I don't tell old stories. This is new. Nothing's old. There's no old revival. The revival's happening. I don't like old stories when you by and by a long time ago when God used to move. Forget it. He's moving now. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why would we want, whoa, whoa. I don't want to go there. So just about a few weeks ago, the glory cloud came, whoosh, whoosh. It just came like that. And wow, it was just the glory, the glory, the glory. And then everything started to happen. And I said, oh, God's healing legs. And this little paralyzed little girl gets up and dances. It's just so neat when God just says, okay, you can go in that room. And it's so fun when the glory comes and then the blind and the deaf, they just suddenly see and hear, you know. Don't you think that's neat? That's what God does. That's what God does. He wants to give you keys so you can go in the rooms. And He gave me another key, and they were brass keys. I'm telling you, it was so awesome. Just up there, upstairs. So watch out. Why have you come? Why are you here? We need to know that. What do you want? What do you want? Well, I wanted to feed the nations. I wanted to feed the nations because I see dying people all over the place. Starvation, pain, misery. The first time I came in here, God showed me the multitudes and He gave me His body and it turned into bread for the poor. He gave me His blood and it turned into drink for thousands of children, and I've never stopped taking in children from that day. So what you see may look a little different, but what He does is glorious. He gave me keys to the warehouse. And I'm going to tell this story because some of you are so scared that you need to hear a little happy story so you're not so frightened to give your whole life away and die. So, God is so good. But He does truly want to kill you. Whoosh. Shabbat, and raise you up with this kiss. Wow. Okay, I'm trying. I'll try to speed it up. Here we go. What happened? I got in that room with all that food, and I thought that was so neat because if you looked at thousands and thousands of people every day who had to eat, and you had to feed them, you would like to know that you could go in that room, would you not? Hello, we need to go into the room we need to go into. So I needed to go in that room because I needed a whole lot of food. And I remember this really, really neat service. And it was, you just had a few people, like 500 people. And then God opened the deaf ears like that. And 6 people got healed of deaf ears. And they were hearing. So they were a bit happy about it. And they were so excited, they went out and told everybody, Jesus is here, Jesus is here, why don't you guys come? So that night, 10,000 people came. I thought that was pretty good fruit. I don't know about you, but I thought it was neat fruit. And then those 9,000 that weren't Christians, they all bowed their knee in the rain, in the dirt, and received Jesus. Hooray! Whoosh! Whoa! You see, God's just looking for little jars of clay. God's just looking for little jars of clay that He can pour His glory through. God's not looking for any snazzy, slick people. I don't have a snazzy, slick bone in my body. There's nothing slick or special about me. But I'm just a little jar of clay that's in love. And I know I'm His, and I know He's mine. So that night, the very first person was healed of deaf and dumb, just healed like that. Everybody was really happy about it. And then I said to God, these people are hungry. Now what? Now what? I said, Dad, I need some food. Because it says that we can trust in God, right? If we're lovers, then we trust. If we're intimate, we trust. If we are intimate lovers, we trust implicitly. We are so trusting that we're not afraid of anything. We just walk right in the room and we just say, yes, I need an eye. Yes, I need food for 20,000 people. Whoa! So I needed a lot of food, and I said, Dad, I need some food. And in 4 hours, a big jumbo plane lands with food right in the muddy place, in the muddy place where it wasn't supposed to land. And the plane got stuck, and it got pulled out by these people that were stuck there with bulldozers. It was so glorious. Everybody ate. Everybody got saved. Everybody got filled with the Holy Ghost. And the glory of God came, and the church exploded. Shabbat. Whoa! Whoa! So why did you come here? What do you want? I said, I want the nations. I started with one, and we just had a few churches, 2. And then I said, God, I want to go in the rooms. I want to go in the room. Do you know what happened? I started to realize I'm His daughter. I get to go anywhere in the house. I'm not a servant. I'm not a slave. I'm not hired hand. I'm a daughter. I get to just march right in there. Any time of day or night, I get to just march right in with the keys. I've got the keys. I get to go wherever I want to go. And it was just, it's fun, okay? I don't know if you can tell, but I like what I do. I love getting to see bread multiply. It's really fun when you do that. And there's hungry people, and you pray over a bag of bread, and you say, okay, we need to go in the food room, and suddenly there's double, triple, quad, 4 times. The bread. Did you hear that? Does that make you happy, or is that just kind of boring? I wonder, like, God, He just keeps multiplying food for us because we just go in that room. But, I know, I got to look at this. Okay. You know what? The best room is the intimate Holy of Holies. What happened to me was when I saw that room, I started living in there with Jesus. I started living in that holy, holy, holy place, and all heaven broke loose. I started living in there with Him. I started to be this little tiny child full of faith, full of simplicity, and I just live in that room, and I just started to see, whoa, what He's like. And do you know, I'm going to tell you, oh, why not? These are my pearls, okay? These are my pearls. You must know, these are my pearls. And this is one of my favorite places on earth, and these are my pearls, and I'm throwing them out there. I was in Brazil about, I don't know, my life's a whirlwind, 2 weeks ago. And we had open heavens, okay? You know what that's like? You want to go there. You really want to go there. Woo! We can go there if you like. Whoa! We need to go there. Open heavens. We had open heavens, and the open heavens were there, and so everybody was getting healed and filled and saved and blasted like, I mean, they were flying everywhere. People were flying. They didn't have wings, but they were flying all over. Just, it was like a bomb exploded. And I was happy about it, because I live for that. Okay, I don't live to do another meeting. In fact, I don't like meetings or conferences. Okay. Just a little, I want His presence. I don't want anything else. So I don't really like to do anything else. Because what's the point, in my opinion? I don't get it. Anyway. So I was really happy about the open heavens. It was the most glorious thing because we were in the intimate place with Jesus and the Holy of Holies. We were in there, 3,000 people. We just went in together. You know, when the glory cloud comes, it's like when 3,000 people just came into the glory. It was awesome. And finally, it was just so heavy that I just laid down because, you know, I just couldn't do anything. I was just so overcome by the glory that I just laid down, and the most amazing thing happened to me. These worshipers, they did something that just absolutely ruined me forever. Okay, when I was 16 years old, I got saved and, called, and I started to preach. It's a little long story, so never mind. But it was awesome. I never looked back. I've never once looked back. 16, I went for it, and I have been going for it ever since. I am just this passionate lover of God, and I've just been running for Him and loving Him. And so, 16, I gave up my career as a dancer, and I gave it up, and I said, here's my toe shoes. And I laid them down, and it was hard because it felt like my guts were ripped out. And I said, here they are on the altar. And, I preached, and I preached, and I preached, and about 19, God said, okay, pick them up. I want you to dance for me. So I did. And we danced around the world and saw thousands of people saved. We danced around the world. And then, you know what He did? He said, now put them down again. Lay them on the altar. I want you to sit with the poor. So I said, okay. Okay, here's my toe shoes again. And I laid my toe shoes down again. And I sat with the poor for 18 years. Do you know what happened? Here's my pearls. What happened to me 14 days ago So this is what happens in the intimate place, in the glory. Nobody knew one single thing about where I'd been or where I'd come from. Not one person. I hadn't shared one thing about my past. I'm just this little missionary in Africa, you know. And there I am, just lying there, just because the glory is so heavy, and this girl takes off my shoes. And she starts crying, and she's sobbing my feet. Tears running down my feet. And she takes her hair and she just wipes my feet with her hair, with this long, curly, beautiful hair. I can't see, but I can feel it. And she's there, and Jesus says, I'm washing your feet. You know, I don't know how to be complicated. My whole life is just, God, I want to love you, and I want to love my neighbor. I don't know anything else. I just want to love you. I want to love my neighbor. All I have done is just pick up every dying child I can find. And then God just brought His glory, and the thing exploded into a massive revival with thousands of churches in the short little time. But what He said to me was, thank you for stopping for me when I was dying under the bridge. He said, thank you for stopping for me when I was hungry. Thank you for stopping for me in the brothel. Ooh, thank you for stopping and visiting me in prison, he said. I don't know about you, but I was undone. I was completely undone. I was so undone that I thought I was going to die. And then he said, here's my pearls. Please don't step on them. He said, you've touched my heart, my sister, my bride. You touched my heart, my sister, my bride. And then some girl sticks ballet shoes on my feet. And the Lord said, thank you for laying your life down. Thank you for being obedient. Thank you for walking in obedience. Thank you for loving me. You've touched my heart, my sister, my bride. I want to dance with you across the earth. I want to dance with you across the earth. And he took my hand, Jesus took my hand, and he looked into my eyes. He just looked into my eyes with the most amazing love, the most amazing passion. And he said again, you've touched my heart, my sister, my bride. And he said, come and dance with me. And he didn't look forward. He looked at me. His eyes were fixed on me. His eyes are fixed on you. His eyes are fixed on you. Fixed on you. His eyes are fixed on you. And he wants you to come into that intimate place. Well, he took my hand and we started to dance, and these girls in this worship team knew nothing about what God was saying to me. They knew nothing, and yet they were doing each thing he said he was doing. And we danced, and we started dancing across the earth. And then he said, now look, Heidi, look. Look, Heidi, look. And for a moment, I turned to look, and there were multitudes and multitudes. There were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. He said, do you see? Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? And we danced right into heaven. He said, you've brought them into the kingdom. You've led them in the dance. Whoa! And 4.5 years ago, I was ready to work at Kmart. 4.5 years ago, I drug myself in here ready to work at Kmart because I was sick and tired of ministry. And now I've gotten to lead, so many thousands and tens of thousands to Jesus. I've gotten to feed the hungry and take in the orphans and the widows. I've gotten to see revival, and it's all about the intimate place of his heart. And it's so much fun, and it's so much fun, and I'm so happy, and I will never ever go back. And there's no place you can go but into his arms. There's nowhere else, you guys. You can get all your strategies and your little plans and your cute little charts, and you can read all your books. I did it for 10 years. I know what I'm talking about. Read, study, get it, push, drive, go. Oh, forget it. You gotta be in that place of intimacy, where fruitfulness is natural. And nothing but him will satisfy you. Why have you come? Every miracle I've ever dreamed of is happening. The deaf hear, the blind see, the cripple walk, the paralyzed little kids start dancing. How would you like that? That's what I like. I can't stand to do just another meeting with a little chart. Please, oh please, give me a big break. You cannot chart your way to church growth. Whoa! It's about living in the inner chambers. Whoosh! And when you live in those inner chambers, all heaven breaks loose. Shabbat. And you can be forerunners. You can run into that place. Whoa, that was a point. Point 2. I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you really knew me, you would know my Father as well. From now on, you do know Him and you've seen Him. I've seen Him, I know Him, I'm His kid, and I like it. I like it. I love it. And then, verse 10. Whoa! Don't you believe that I'm in the Father and that the Father is in me? The words I say to you are not just my own. Rather, it is the Father living in me who is doing His work. Believe in me. Jesus says this again, believe in me. So many of you are Christians. You love God, but you don't really believe in Him. You are not exactly sure that God multiplies bread. You're not exactly sure that God actually causes paralyzed legs to walk. You're not exactly sure that you can live in the intimate chambers. And God wants you to know that He's alive and you can believe Him and He is altogether trustworthy and altogether lovely and you can believe Him and you can stand on His word because this book is true and there's no lie in it. There's no lie in it. There's no lie in it. Do you understand? But without intimacy, you cannot understand this book. Wow. So when they say time to soak, you ought to just run and soak. Lie on the floor. What is this? Oh, I wonder if I'll fall. Who cares? Don't you think God wants you down? What is the point? I wonder if I'll fall, Oh, please. God's saying, come and be intimate with me. Come and lay yourself before me. Come and give me all that you are. Come and give me all that you will be. Come and lie in my presence. Come and live in the holy place. Come and there will be fruit like you never dreamed. And glory, I get to preach this because I get to live it. Shoo! I wouldn't have dared tried to preach this before. Woo! I do want to be the message. I do want to be the message. Wow! Whoosh! Oh, yes. Oh, point 2 is done. Point 3. Whoa! Shaba. Okie dokie. He says, the words I say are not just my own. It's the Father living in me. He's doing His work. Believe in me when I say that I'm in the Father and the Father is in me, or at least believe in the evidence of the miracles themselves. I tell you the truth. Anyone. What? Anyone. Hey! Anyone. Anyone. Not the fancy schmancy ones. Anyone. Wow! Who has faith in me will do what I have been doing. Jesus is a lover. Jesus is a lover. Jesus is a healer. Jesus is a friend. Jesus is merciful, kind, long-suffering, patient. Jesus is altogether beautiful. He wants you to carry Him, Shabbat, His fragrance to the ends of the earth. He wants you to carry His fragrance to the ends of the earth. He says that whoever, that means you. That means you. You want to be an abandoned lover? You want to be an abandoned lover? Does anybody want to be an abandoned lover? Wow, then all these things, you get to do exactly what He did. And the thing that'll blows your mind is he says you get to do even more. He said you'll do even greater things than these because I'm going to the Father and I'll do whatever you ask in my name. Wow! The cool thing is you don't ask for boats unless you need to go down the Zambezi to reach the tribes, you know. You don't ask for stupid stuff. When you are in the intimate holy place, you only ask for that which God is pleased with because you're ravished by His heart, so you don't ask for stupid stuff because stupid stuff hinders you from the kingdom. And He says, you can ask whatever you wish. I started to believe it. I started to ask for it, and He did it. He did it. Whoa! I didn't want to say this, but He just told me to do it. So here it goes. Okay, I was not allowed to come to Toronto. It was definitely the T place for me. Or Pensacola, mind you. Those were the two places in the letter. And they said, okay, we know you lost your center. And they were giving us $1 million. That's a lot of money, U.S. Okay, so we were there. And they said the only condition, because they found out we came here, they were not happy campers. They said, now the only condition, we will give you this $1 million. However, you cannot go to the T place or the P place. Whoosh. I said, okay, I'm going to sneak in. I'm going to sneak in as a theologian. Dr. Baker's gonna go hide in the back row. And I was hiding back there with Roland. And they had a super, super, super nutty drunk preaching. I mean, you think I'm nuts. Oh my, oh my, oh Lord have mercy. This guy, I said, nope, I'm not bending that far. I mean, I've already got hundreds of kids to feed. I need the $1 million. And this guy is a loony bird, and I don't get it. And I think, you know, they said we got touched because we came here with pure hearts and God would touch us anywhere. So anyway. So, I wasn't supposed to be here. Neither was Roland. And Roland and I are back there, and bless God, John says, is there anyone here from Mozambique? And we're going, please, let it be so. Please let somebody be here from Mozambique. Not a soul. We're going. And Roland says to me, that guy's making sense to me. That really drunken, bizarre man. I look at Roland, I'm like, he's the smart one in the family. What are you thinking? And I'm thinking, Roland, you think, okay, I'm like, oh God, I want to hide. I need the $1 million. I want to hide. This guy's popping Tic Tacs. I'm going, please, oh please. I'm a theologian. I mean, 10 years of systematic theology. Give me a big break, I'm thinking. And so John says, okay, come on up here. I think your name's the Bakers. Oh God. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no, certainly there's no more Bakers from Mozambique. Not a soul. I'm like, oh, now I'm dead. Because, you know, these video cameras, oh God, they are so scary. Those cameras, just like they got the boom, they come right over to you. Well, they did it. And John and Carol, they pray for me. And I mean, everything happened. As you've seen, it all happened. I shook, rattled, rolled. I swam on the carpet like a fish. And they're saying swim, and I'm going, swimming away. I mean, it was, Lord have mercy. I got the shaky legs. I laughed hysterically, slobbered my guts out, swam on the carpet, everything, and the video's right there. Well, Rollins said, really well done, poster child. Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, oh yes, they did get the video. They'll probably get this one too. Anyway, It cost us $1 million US to walk in these doors. And do you know what I said? Hang it. When you're swimming on the floor, hang it. Shabba. Swim, 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 swim. It could have been 10 million. I could care less. This is the most glorious thing. The intimate presence of God touching human flesh. Wow. Ooh. I do not care what it cost me. I do not care what it cost. Guess what? God fed the kids anyway. And 6 months later, the pastor of that church, who is a mighty, holy man of God, who I love very, very much, and I honor him with all my heart. That's why it was so hard. Okay? He's holy. He's beautiful. He loves God with all his heart. 6 months later, he calls us up. He says, I need to see you. We were doing Catch the Fire in that place. Again, oh, Lordy. Anyway, we went. Do you know he embraced Roland as his son? He embraced me. He says, I don't have $1 million. I don't. My church can't stand what's happening there. But he says, all that I have, I'm going to give you. He said, I just love the fact that you love the poor. He says, I don't get the tea place, Toronto. I don't get it at all, but I love you. And you know what? I learned a lesson that day, because Roland and I just said, we want to bless this man and bless his ministry. Every time our kids didn't have food, every time the government said they'd shut us down because we didn't have block buildings, because we didn't have money to build them anymore, God said, bless. God said, bless him. Bless him. Do not curse. Bless him. Do not curse. So we blessed him. We have whole blessing parties for him. We blessed him and blessed him and blessed him and blessed him till God took his collar and shook it and said, listen, give back what you promised. I saw a vision of it. 2 days later, his secretary called. Woo. Anyway, I thought that was a good story. And if there's somebody who doesn't understand that you came to the tea place, just bless them. Don't be upset with them. They don't get the tea or the pea place. It's okay. Bless them, love them, bless them, love them, until something happens in their heart where they're just desperate for more, just like you are. Bless and do not curse. Woo! Okay. I've got, woo! Oh, I'm almost done. We got to do all this stuff when we started living in the inner chambers. Supreza here, he came with me. Raise your hand. This is our best buddy here. he gets to do this stuff. He prays for a dead lady and she gets up. That's so fun. We get to do fun stuff like that. And plant hundreds of churches. He just goes around planting hundreds of churches. Why? Intimacy. He's been blasted since the second he got here. Why? Because he's a sponge. Because he has nations to bring to Jesus. Whoosh! Get him, God. How hungry are you? You know, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Work at Kmart? It's up to you. Kmart's okay if you can, you know, bring people to Jesus there. That's fine. No offense. Lord have mercy. But, you know, there's a world out there that's desperate. What do you want to do? Why'd you come? Okie dokie. I want to do the work. Woo! Oh, I don't know why that happens, but it's okay. I get to do this stuff. I get to do this stuff. I love doing this stuff. I love going into the brothel and bringing them all to Jesus. And they sob their eyes out and say, I can't sell my body anymore. I love doing this stuff. I love walking in the dump and praying for paralyzed guys that get up in the garbage and start dancing. I just think that is just the most wonderful thing. We get to do this stuff. Woo! Because we're sons and daughters. of the Most High God. And He gave us authority. When we live in the inner chambers, we have authority because radical lovers will do anything. And radical lovers, He'll do anything for them. Ha ha ha. So, this is the next point 4. It says right here in verse 15, if you love me, you will obey me. You will obey what I command, and I'll ask the Father, and He'll give you another counselor to be with you forever, the Spirit of truth. Wow. Wow, wow. If you love me, you will obey me. It's true. Radical lovers are radically obedient, and they do anything He says anytime. How about you? How about you? Will you do anything anytime? He wants to ravish your heart. So you're so in love, you're so snockered that you don't care. That's the place I got. I'm just snockered all the time. I'm in love. And I'll go anywhere He wants me to go, anytime, because I'm just lost. I'm a complete wreck in the natural. I'm just in love. So they can wheel me in or wheel me out or flop me down or pick me up. I don't care. I just want God. Woo! So what does He say here? He says that I will not leave you as orphans. I'll come to you. We just had a whole Father Heart thing, and I was so happy because I thought, man, it's prophetic. You told us to start this whole revival, which we didn't know would be a revival, with orphans. You said, pick up the dying, pick up the orphans, pick up the street kids, pick up the AIDS kids. And I thought, okay, that's great. I love that. So I just picked them up. We just brought them home, and everybody lived with us. You know, we saw Jesus. I saw Jesus. He said, feed him, I fed him. It's really simple. The gospel's so simple. It's so simple that we don't get it. It's that simple. So He's just picked them all up. And I realized something, that this whole, this thing is called